Hello and welcome to our 6th episode of Unterwegs in Düsterburg, where we will now be heading, damn eagle, heading to Castle Ravenstone. I just saw though that there was one more dig spot that we didn't dig up yet, so we're gonna go to exactly it. Maybe somewhere down here. I'm not entirely mistaken. There it is. So, someone buried something here. A rope. Well, that's always useful to have. Better than nothing. But yeah, on to Ravenstone Castle. One place that I always dreaded as a kid. It made me scared, it made me afraid, and made me ask one of my friends to play that section for me. Yeah, the weather is obviously getting worse here. And a very trustworthy bridge. So, that's Castle Ravenstone. Doesn't exactly look inviting. There's no lights in the windows. It seems like the castle's abandoned. Indeed, Grandy. Well, I already mentioned that Sir Roland was always loyal to me. It is quite possible that he defied the new Duke and had to suffer the consequences for it. Well, the only way to find out it for sure is to visit Castle Ravenstone ourselves. And here we go. I am not looking forward to this chapter. Who's there? We're travelers from Düsterburg. My name's Grandy. Grandy? I see. Strange name, but no matter. Seems like you picked some great weather for your little trip, Grandy. You are certainly right, my good man. Say, couldn't you let us in before we drown out here? Well, I'm not quite sure. I don't know any of you, and the niece of our mistress is celebrating her birthday this night. Please, good man. We'll stay in the stables or in the haystacks. No one will even notice. I will try to get the permission from my mistress. Meanwhile, you can warm up in the entrance hall. He has to ask his mistress. And that means that Sir Roland is no longer Lord of Castle Ravenstone. We better be careful. Perhaps the servants of the Duke are occupying the castle. Please wait here. I'll be back as quickly as possible. Julia, I've been looking everywhere for you. Have the preparations for the ceremony. Why are you looking so bewildered? I expect... these strangers just arrived here, father. They've asked for shelter until the storm is over. Oh. Now I understand. Well, we still have enough warm beds, I think. Besides, Miss Sylvania will surely be happy about a few new faces on her birthday. You want to let them take part in the ceremony? Why not? I think we can then also do without the servants. Welcome to Castle Ravenstone, dear guests. I'm Father Priamo. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Our Chamberlain Julia will lead you to your rooms at once. So, we have arrived in a nice and cozy castle. Nice music playing. Everything seems completely fine. That's hardly the time to get drunk, though. It looks like we have until midnight to rest a little. How do you intend to spend your time, Grandy? We're gonna look around a bit. The whole situation seems a bit weird if you ask me. I'll go and check out the castle. Caution is the better part of valor, isn't it, Grandy? But make sure to be back before the festivities begin. I'm not feeling comfortable in this castle. The walls are whispering to me, and they are saying that we are in grave danger. The walls are whispering to you? You should be listening to everybody and everything, Tarius. The dresser's empty. Over here. Lots of romance novels. No thanks. I'd rather read something of substance. Those titles. The Passions of Princess G. Falkenburg's Gossip, issues 1 to 7. Dokelbert, Academic and Lover. Hold on. Conjurations and abjurations in supernatural form. Maybe that could be of some use to Dankwart. Have a look. I found this book. Can you use this? Oh my. You found some real treasure there, Grandy. I heard of this book a lot, but could never get my hands on a copy. I think I'll look into it. Who knows? Maybe this knowledge will come in handy sometime soon. Oh. Let me go outside, let's see. What's with this room? Empty. What books do we have here? Mostly novels, though. Books, books, and books. Even more books. The outline on the wall seems weird. Well, well. A secret passage. How convenient. There's a pair of handles at the back so that you can push the cabinet back into the right position. Oh, and a save point. Awesome. The rats here. Does this lead? Seems like an alchemy lab. A lot of books where I don't even understand the titles. Yeah, just the same. Look at that, lots of chemicals are stored here. Including some useful potions. Yeah, an elixir, 2 magic potions, and 4 healing potions. The rest looks poisonous. Lead and copper, too heavy to carry around. What is this supposed to be? He doesn't know the astrolab. Door's locked. Knock. Nobody's home. Oh, come on. Okay, so we can't break it open. Whoopsie. That does look like that magic. Well, I don't know anything about these things, actually. Poor chicken. The door's locked. Passage has been rolled up. Very peculiar. Let's see where we go here. I see. In this spot the wall can be moved. Very good to know that there's a passage here. Okay. Move the outside of the castle. Just Priamore being there. Let's see, let's take a look. Why don't you get some rest, my good man? The rain has drenched you, and today's feast will surely be long. But I'm not tired. I just want to stretch my legs a little bit. Excuse me for speaking openly, but you're disturbing the preparations. Please leave now. Very well, father. Please excuse my tenacity. Doesn't want us there. What do we have here? Oh. Good day, sir. Pardon me, but I have to cook for tonight's feast. Greetings, sir. Are you going to honor us with your presence at the feast tonight? Yes, good lady. Father Priamore invited me and my companions. We servants were supposed to be there as well, but just now Mr. Jewel told us that we should go to bed early. That's a shame. You say why? No, sir. He just needed we weren't needed anymore. Can you tell me something about this castle and its inhabitants? Pardon me, but we're sworn to secrecy. Excuse me, sir, there are only supplies down there. We're not supposed to let anyone go down there. Peculiar. Ah, nice secret passage. Door's locked. Locked. Nobody's home. Dead end. Oh, guards. Who are you? What are you doing here? My name is Grandy and I'm guest in this castle. Good for you, but you're not allowed in here. Alright, I'm leaving. Some guards right there. Good sir, these are my private chambers. I ask you to respect that. I apologize. I just wanted to have a look around the castle. I've had no idea you lived here. By the way, my name is Grandy and I'm invited to the celebration tonight. My name is Fitz von Fatzenheim. I'm the first servant of Lady Cynthia and now I am asking you to leave. Alright. Goodbye. Didn't get the name Fitz. Someone's around here is rather thirsty. Blah. Smells like high-proof liquor. Just a few clothes and things for daily use. Nothing of any importance. Okay, just the same. Well, gonna head back. Let's take a look what Father Pim was actually up to. He's just standing there. Nothing special going on. Where do we go here again? Ah. Okay, this looks like the area where we've been. Oh. Oh man. There's this party tonight and my clothes are soaked through and look at my hair. But they look the same as usual. Exactly! Ever since we crawled out of that fog, I never get the opportunity to style my hair. Yeah, it's really terrible, you're right. Oh, and now you're starting with that too. Very flattering. Instead of standing there and mocking me, you could very well go and get me some dry clothes. Yes dear, I'll be right on my way. Bah. She's snappy today. Well, business as usual actually. Dark room. Nothing in here. What's this?
Hey you. What do you want here, jackass?
Jackass?
What are you, a parrot? Are you stupid or something to just come waltzing in here?
You need a headbutt. But we're gonna calm down. I've just arrived and want to look around a bit. I didn't know you lived here.
I see, so... what do you want?
Who are you?
I'm Carlo and I'm a traveling journeyman, if you know what I mean.
Those your empty bottles.
I want some of these. I want more, but the servants here are a bit slow, dude.
No thanks. I think the servants probably know better where to put all the glass raised. What kind of castle is this?
No clue, dude. Strange people, I tell you. I came here about a week ago. Just wanted back for a few bucks, or warm soup. But they liked me so much, they got me this room. I'm getting wine and food to spill. The bed is soft, well, can't really complain.
Isn't that a bit strange?
I don't really give a shit. These guys are just crazy about me. Tonight's some kind of party, and there I will get to know the lady of the castle. I guess that's a catch, if you know what I mean. But I always say, what are pillows for, eh?
Yes, of course. Goodbye. A very peculiar fellow. This was our room here. Oh, we can't explore more. No! Ah, damn it. Okay, so we can't get the clothes. That means we can't get one of the ways to get into Castle Düsterburg. But I will use a different good choice. Grandy, you're back, so have you found anything that could give us cause for concern? I've met another guest, a strange fellow. I guess he sits in his room all day long and he gets drunk on wine. Does he belong to the family or why is he a guest here? No, that's the strange part. He can't explain himself why exactly he's being allowed to stay here. This castle has more holes than Königsberg's cheese. The whole building is riddled with a network of secret passages. It would be for a reason of concern if the castle didn't have any secret passages. Still, it's good to know where the access points are. I spoke with a servant. As I asked her about the castle and the inhabitants, she didn't want to talk. You can tell a good servant by his discretion. This Father Pierre skeletons in his closet. I happened to run into him in the ballroom and immediately he threw me out again. Yeah, I don't like that guy either. He's got that mean streak in his face that doesn't fit with his servants of the gods. Regardless, we should keep our eyes open. But that shouldn't hinder us from having a bit of fun at tonight's celebration. Although, I'm quite tired. That book you gave me was really captivating. It's time, Grandy. Let's take Tyrus and Libra and make our way to the ballroom. Go on, Tyrus. The celebration's about to begin and we don't want to be late. Yeah, I'm just going straight to her. We're on our way down. Are you ready? Ready? Stupid question. I'm completely soaked from the storm. Stink to the high heaven and my hair is sticking out in all directions. I just want to know if you were coming down to the party. Of course I'm coming with you. Do you think I will sit around here while you're downstairs partying? Okay then. Let's go. Yeah, very fiery temperament for a fire mage. At least we have some nice relaxation now. Nice, but you arrived here on time after all. I was about to send Julia to check on you. Midnight draws closer. We should all take our places now. Heard this harmless music in another save game. In the life of every human comes a day when a destiny is fulfilled. We have come together here tonight to accompany Lady Sylvia as she follows the call of her destiny. I have known Sylvia since her birth, and I have seen her grow to become the charming lady we see before us today. She's about to open the door into a new life with new freedoms, but also new responsibilities. Every one of us that has gathered here tonight will do their part to open this door for her. Ah, the guards, just as planned. Guards? What's happening? Where did you leave the prisoners? What is the meaning of this? Just keep calm, folks. No one will lose their head as long as nobody loses their head. You dare to interrupt our ceremony? You have any idea what you're about to cause? Pardon me, Father, but I have my orders from Duke Vanford himself. And you certainly don't want to antagonize the Duke, do you? No, of course not, but what does the Duke want from us? His Serene Highness is disappointed with your payment morale. Although he has repeatedly admonished you, you have not paid the tithe to him. That is a lie. You've been paying our taxes right on time for years. You can lodge a complaint with the Duke if you wish, but I have my orders, and they are to collect the remaining taxes. This sum adds up to about 300,000 thaler by now. 300,000? This is madness! Madness. This is, we never could have. Silence. I have the order to burn down the castle if the money is not handed over. It's happening. Paradoxical, what are you doing? Grandy, this is our chance. Let's get out of here. Duke's men have certainly disbanded our group. Yeah, let's get out of here. Run, Dankwood. We split up and meet again later. Now we have to really make our way out of here. I think I lost them. What the hell just happened? I didn't even get the half of it. It all happened too quickly. And what about the others? Dankwart probably made it out. But Libra and Tyrus were stuck in their chairs. Hopefully nothing bad happened to them. Just great. Now I'm alone once again. What can I possibly do against the men of the Duke? Get a hold of yourself, Grandy. Dankwart was surely right. If we had been all arrested, our mission would have been over right then and there. I think there's not much for me to do in the ballroom at the moment, but maybe this castle holds more secrets and could help me. So, because I've done this part a few times, I know exactly where we need to go, and that is upstairs. Through here. Down here. Of course, there's an old library up here. Another save point. What was that? It's you. Thank you to the gods. Dankwart, it's a good thing you made it. I ran as fast as my old legs allowed. So I made it to the stairs and hid here. Well, I got stuck in a few books. This castle really has a fascinating history. Did you find something that could help us? Not directly, I fear. But this region is going to be in for a lot of excitement if these old stories I read are true. Even more excitement? Brilliant. What is going to happen? If you want to really understand what I mean, I will have to start from the beginning. Go right ahead. I will have yet to see anyone else up here. Alright. This castle is very old, you must know. A lot older than Castle Rabenstein. It was built by a man named Maltur. The sources aren't exactly clear about his origins, but it seems clear that he was no normal human being. Some believe he is the son of the Dark God. The others believe that he is cursed by the gods to eternal life and restless wanderings. It seems certain, however, that he built this castle in the middle of nowhere. It must have been some kind of cult center. He preached some kind of wickedness here and gathered hundreds of followers. He took one of them as his wife. The girl's name was Lithia, and for years she reigned here at Ravenstone Castle at his side. Of course, such a stronghold of evil could not remain undetected forever. The Emperor of the Realm at that time decided to take actions against this evil. A large army advanced towards Ravenstone. The sight that awaited them here let the marrow in their bones run cold. Malthur had the peasants who refused to submit to his reign rounded up and executed. He had their eyes torn out, then they were impaled on long poles. He had the stakes erected on the battlements of the castle, where the ravens mutilated their bodies beyond recognition within days. This sight left no doubt regarding what was going on in Ravenstone, so it was decided to attack it without negotiations. Despite the numerical superiority of the Imperial army, not 1 foot of space had been gained on the evening of the first day. Whenever it seemed that a breach could be made in the ranks of the enemy, Malthur himself appeared on the battlefield. Armed in black iron and 1 head taller than any of his enemies, he brought death and destruction to the Emperor's men. No one could stand against him. The battle was about to be lost. Had there not been a young captain who, after nightfall, managed to sneak into the castle. He worked his way up to Malthur's chambers, but he only found his wife. He thought he could take her hostage, but she attacked him with the fury of all hellspawn imaginable. The young man was in for a fight of his life, but he managed to gain the upper hand and killed the lady of the castle. Just in that moment, the door came crashing open and Malthur stuck in the room. The captain thought that this was going to be the end. But when Malthur saw Lithia's lifeless body, he went into a frenzy and indiscriminately attacked everything in sight. In his hellish confusion, our young fighter managed to escape. He returned to the battlements and sounded the attack. Without Malthur, the resistance of the last defenders collapsed completely. Less than half an hour later, the storm was over. The young captain was celebrated as a hero, and he was granted this region as a fiefdom. His name was Falk von Denkelbrack. Oh great, now I understand why you like the story so much. But that was centuries ago. Well, I've not yet finished, Grandy. Malthur had disappeared. But over the centuries, people have claimed to have seen him again and again. He wanders the land, restless, filled with pain. But there's a prophecy that says that after 700 years, he will appear once more to take up his reign again. Now take a guess. That was 700 years ago? Almost exactly to the day. Now that's certainly just wonderful news, but I'm not sure how that is supposed to help us. Not right now, that is correct. But I've always wondered why exactly Wanfried took over my throne. Don't you see how history is repeating? Just like Malthur 700 years ago, Wanfried built up a realm of evil. I've got a sneaking suspicion that he's preparing for the return of the Dark Lord. Maybe this knowledge can be of use to us someday. But you're right. This is not helpful in our current situation. We should see to it that we solve the mysteries of this castle so that we can travel on as soon as possible. Yeah. What other books do we have here? Nothing that we can take a look at, right? Most of this is rubbish. I've already picked out the interesting books. Thank you, Dankwart. What was that noise? Yeah. The monsters don't stalk in the hallways, my friends. The door's nailed shut. Let's break it open. We're not talking to Primo just yet. There we go. Guess we will need to save again here. Why, hello. What's this? A few springs, like the ones I bought from Thorn and Dante. Well, I can still sell them. Yeah, usually would only get the sword from the mountain ridge after this part of the game. But this way, we already have it way earlier. And a book. The book is bound in red leather. There's some initials on it. 2 large squiggly R's. Seems to be a diary. These are the initials of Knight Roland of Ravenstone. September 17th. To think about how full my heart was but yesterday. The night that Cynthia and I were married. Today everything is different. Since the wedding, she has become abrasive and stubborn. Not at all like the fun-loving girl she was before. She is avoiding me. She even forbid me to access to our bedroom. I'm a stranger in my own castle on September 29th. The strange priest that Cynthia brought along is acting like he's the lord of this castle. I think I will have to talk with him tonight. September 30th. Gods! What have I done to deserve this punishment? Yesterday I made my way to the chambers of that false priest to talk to him about the state of affairs on Ravenstone. As I stood in front of the door, I heard strange sounds that brought me to open the door as quietly as I can. But what did I have to see on the other side? My own wife, who had refused me since our wedding, was lying on the floor with Priamor, groaning with animalistic lust. Filled with shock, I fled the room, not even closing the door behind me. October 1st. Betrayal from all sides. Today I found myself locked into my own room. What are these adulterers planning? They must have conspired with the servants. October 4th. No food for 3 days. My end is near. They are planning to starve me to death here, but I... No more ink. Well, at least my blood is of use to me, then. I have little hope that somebody will find this book. However, if this were to happen, tell the world that Roland of Ravenstone died as a man of honor, by his own hand and his own sword. And if you follow the path of the gods, please grant me the satisfaction of bringing Cynthia and their demonic lover to the rightful fate. What a sad fate for this grand man. This great man. Just dust and a few spiders, and this is his body, huh? Well, all this is over. I'll arrange a worthy funeral for you, Knight Roland, when all this is finally done. But nothing interesting otherwise. It's a huge plot. And there's also this room that we will enter. Lots of makeup. Yeah, we're gonna take it. Nothing of importance. Another safe game. Pretty, but clearly too red for Libra. Sure look like a fire alarm. Dresses. All of your size too small for Libra. Yeah, they're all too small. Oh. Now to encounter Priamore. Thank to the gods! It is you! What good fortune that you have also managed to escape. Good to see you, Father Priamore. Perhaps you can enlighten us to all what's going on in here. If only I could, good man. This is completely inexplicable. We've always paid our taxes on time. Don't try to distract us. We don't give a shit about your taxes. What happened in the ballroom? Why did your guards show up at midnight? We wanted to surprise them. The poor lads are on guard duty day in, day out, and for a change. And the prisoners that the guards should bring with them? Did you want to give them a little surprise too? Very attentive, Grandy. I've completely forgotten about that detail. Well, quite simple. They were supposed to be pardoned because of the special occasion. Save your lies for the judge. We found the diary of Sir Roland, the legacy of a dead man. Together with your paramour Cynthia, you let him die of thirst in his room. You'll pay for this. Don't be so sure of that. The Dark God is on my side. Oh, we have to catch him. Give up, Priamore. You won't escape from me. We need to heal ourselves. And another arrow of prayer. Here we go. And let's search his body. He's got a key on him. What's in here? Oh, let's pick the lock. There we go. Open. What do we have here? Looks like a letter. Oh, it's from the Duke himself. Dearest Lady Cynthia, we have been neighbors for so long now, and still you have not done me the honor of my visit. Apart from the fact that you pay your tithe punctually every year, with no contact whatsoever, this has to change. For a long time I've been planning to give a lavish celebration at Castle Düsterburg. My old friends as well as my dearest subjects are invited. I would be delighted if you could be present on the evening of October the 12th on Castle Düsterburg. Your dearest, Wanfried. So it says that the lady always pays her tithe on time. This does not fit together with that taxation story at all. Looks to me those guys are just simple robbers. Obviously gonna take it. Holy smokes, there's a full set of armor in here. Yep. There was the armor. And another one. There's only a few rusty splinters left. Nice blade. Unfortunately only a blunt tournament sword. Goodness, another armor set. The game is very nice with save games. Anyone that caught some devour always has a bunch of medical supplies at home. And of course, some healing potions. Why do you need a pressure bandage when I have a healing potion? So, you also managed to escape. Good to see you. Sorry if I don't get to share the pleasure. I want to know what's going on. What do you mean these arsonists stormed the castle? And had to flee here, just like you. Come on, don't tool of me. I know exactly what's going on. You killed Knight Roland, together with Cynthia and that fake priest. You know too much. You have to die. Time to kill Julio. He's a little bit weaker than Guillermo. He's also a dark priest. There you go. He has a key on him as well. Silver key. Alright, to drink those healing potions. This is over here. Go there later. Or will we? Nah, we should go now. You again? At this hour? Are you out of your mind? Don't get so puffed up, Fitz. Okay. I won't. I came to warn you. There are enemies in the castle and you'd better hide. How dare you speak in me such a manner? Explain yourself. What is this about? I don't owe you an explanation of all. Do as you like, old fool. I just want to give you some advice. Excuse me, but I was about to go to bed and therefore a little irritated. What happened? Armed men claiming to be in the service of Duke Vanfried have entered the castle and taken control of it. But that is horrible. What should I do now? I'm just an old man who've done nothing but faithfully perform his duties. Yeah, flee to the secret passages. Yes, you're right. This is probably the safest place in the castle right now. I'll go immediately. And some money and an elixir. Some books enclosed, nothing of interest. Yeah, still nothing important in here. Oh no! Matthias, they found us! Thank the gods, it's you! We saw men in armor running through the castle. That's why we hid here. Yeah, these guys stormed the ballroom during the festivities. They claimed to be acting on behalf of the Duke. But we managed to escape, and now we're trying to somehow get the situation under control. What should we do, sir? If we were discovered down here? Yeah, flee into the secret passages. Of course, sir! Why didn't we think of it before? Matthias? The secret passage are the safest place in the world. Many thanks, sir. When this is over, I will cook you the best menu. But nothing in here, yeah. Alright, we've saved a few people again. Now, to think about, we need to kind of go back. Because I will try to do this part, saving everybody. As all of these people will get slaughtered if you mess up. Okay, we're back here. obviously gonna pick that lock too. The lock is made of bronze, and I've got that key from Priamor, that fake priest. It fits. Grandy. These books deal with black magic. I don't know any of them that is not on the index for magical writings. That was very close by. By the gods! What's that? Goodness, Dankwood! Look at the dress, it's Sylvia! Holy smokes, Miss Sylvia, what happened to your eyes? Alright, I get it. We have to escape. Can't kill her. Let's get out of here, Dankwart. Randy. Wait. No, our legs can't go that fast. She isn't even making an attempt to follow us. Perhaps she isn't capable of thinking that far. I have to know what happened down there after we fled the ballroom. But Dankwart, you know Duke's men are everywhere. They can't be everywhere at once. And perhaps there's a way to take a look without entering the ballroom in person. We'll first go back into that room. An old leather-bound book. So all sorts of handwritten notes, clearly written by several different people. The stuff in the beginning looks like it's several centuries old. Completely incomprehensible scrawlings. Some kinds of alchemistic symbols and other nonsense. Well, towards the end of the whole thing, it gets a bit more intelligible. The last entries were written just a little while ago. The ink has barely dried. Dankwart, if you could take a look, it seems to fall into your area of expertise. Seems to be about all sorts of blasphemous practices. These notes are obviously made to pass on the knowledge of a dark ritual from generation to generation. This is apparently about the art of bringing the spirit of the dead person to possess a living body, so that the spirit can survive for generations. This is incredibly dark magic. The soul of the target body is completely wiped out in the process. The ritual must take place at midnight, and 7 human sacrifices must be made to the newly created creature before dawn. Goodness! Until the sacrifice has been made, the target body is completely soulless. Mutates into a monster that has only one goal, finding its sacrifices. If the sacrifices are not made until dawn, the body disintegrates and both souls are wiped out. And now I'm getting to the most recent notes. So, it will be tonight. Finally! A few new lamps for the slaughter arrived. Don't look like they will give in to their fate without a fight, but I think the guards will be able to deal with them. May all the demons of hell do their part so that our plans may succeed. Only once in a generation can we find somebody daring enough to take this risk. I hope I will prove myself worthy of bringing this to a successful end, especially since this should be the last reincarnation, provided the prophets are correct. Because then the Lord will return to his home and his wife will welcome him. She whose soul went from body to body during the years of his wanderings will welcome him on Ravenstone, and everybody that served his goal loyally will be rewarded with eternal glory in his newly created empire of darkness. Grandy, do you understand what this means? No, but you're surely going to explain to me. We witnessed such a ritual tonight. We should have been among the victims, but the ritual was disrupted. Out there, a ranging beast roams the corridors, only intent on finding its victims. Then maybe we should get the hell out of here and wait until dawn. You said that everything was going to be over by then. Grandy, you're forgetting about the situation, Düsterburg. There is no dawn. We have to stop the creature before it kills even more people. And how do you suggest we do that? You know we don't have the slightest chance against that beast. I know a few old rituals for exorcising evil spirits, however they are all rather time consuming. Somebody would have to distract the creature until finish the ritual. Am I hearing that right? I'm supposed to get my skull bashed in, while you're preparing your magic in the back row? I'm sorry, Grandy, but that seems to be the only way. Oh, to hell with it. Let's just get this over with. Up and away for monsters we will slay. Now, that is the Grandy I know and love. And we're gonna take the book as well. Grandy, these books deal with black magic. I don't know any of them that's not on the index for magical writings. Yeah, but now we at least have the tools to defeat the monster. Of course we know what nature the monster is. As a kid I was afraid to go back in here again because she was waiting here for me. But obviously without that you can't defeat her. So I was just stumbling around and stumbling around and stumbling around, and she killed everyone in this castle. Except for the group. This is a cult room of the Dark God. I thought as much. Door's locked, and we're gonna pick the lock. There. Open. Ah, another part of the passageway. Where does this lead again? Oh. This drawer holds medicine. And other things. A few healing potions. Women dresses. We're gonna take some. Oh, Paradoxical. Oh, now we could actually do one route to get into Düsterburg. Lovely. But this path is just walled up. And a picture. That's Miss Sylvia. But this painting is clearly older than 18 years. It could also be Lady Cynthia in her youth. The two of them probably looked quite similar. But strictly speaking, this painting looks as if it were already a few hundred years old. Who is that sinister fellow in the background anyway? The more I learn about this castle and its inhabitants, the more mysteries arise. Phew. And I already noticed we had 54 minutes. Oops. I would have not expected an alchemical laboratory here. We might actually need to finish Castle Ravenstone another time. That is crazy. Oops. Let's go into our room. Nothing here. Lockpicks, pyrite, and an elixir. And lots of empty bottles. And books. Is that something here and there? Oh, someone's been enjoying one of these tear jerkers. Probably fell asleep over it. Hello there. There she is again. Don't worry, I'm right behind you, preparing the ritual. who knows Warcraft. Alright, beast, let's fight you like gentlemen. I mean, you know, we only have Grandy in this battle, and we need to defend ourselves. These sounds always scared the shit out of me as a kid. And we need to heal ourselves. Dankwart, are you progressing? Will it take much longer? Patience, Grandy. I'm practicing. Practicing? Are you nuts? The lady's about to make minute speed out of me. We can only defend ourselves. And a healing potion. I don't want to push Dankwart, but the healing potions will not last for all eternity. Please, Grandy, I have to concentrate on my formulas. And heal again. Just a bit more patience. I'm almost there. Alright, Granny. I'm ready. Step aside. Dankwart, she's still alive. It didn't work. Calm down, Granny. This spell destroyed the magical barrier. Now throw everything you have at her. She will fall. Let's hope you're right. And we managed to destroy Sylvia. And reach level 31 for it. Was that it? I can't believe it. The monster's dead. What's that sound? That, dear Grandy, seems to be spirits of Cynthia on its way to its dark maker. Yeah. Triumphant music. We did it. We're amazing. But we will still need to free some people. I think we're actually gonna make this episode a little bit longer just to finish this piece, right? But you're with me. Not here. Here. And here. And I think here. Yeah. No. Where did this lead up to? Ah, that was the ritual room. Okay, so we do actually need to get... that is back there. So down here. Where was another secret passage? I think it was over here, wasn't it? Yeah. It was here, wasn't it? Yeah. Here we go. Down there. And further down. And now to free these poor prisoners. Hey, you two. Come over here. Who are you? Have you come to take us to the execution? Execution? Bollocks. Why would I? What did you do? Nothing bad, sir. We were in the forest looking for mushrooms when the guards came down and arrested us. They said the mushrooms belonged to Lady Cynthia of Ravenstone, and taking them is punishable by death. What nonsense! Death penalty for stealing mushrooms? And the judgment was supposed to be enforced today? Yes, sir. The guards have been cackling jokes about it all day. My name is Grandy, and I've come to get you out of there. You want to help us? Thank you so much. I thought we'd never get to leave this castle again. Yeah, we're gonna get on the move. See to it that you will leave this castle behind. Thank you so much. We'll never forget what you did for us. And there's 2 healing potions. Now... onto the triumphant music. But also, if you look here through the window, you can see what's going on in there. Holy smokes! What happened here? I finally realized what is really going on in here. I'm an old fool for not having thought of it sooner. It would be nice if you could share your knowledge with me. Grandy, the spirit to be bound in Sylvia's body. It is the spirit of Lithia, the wife of Maltur, the founder of this castle. Priamore and his predecessors have been practicing this inhuman ritual for centuries. They have already sacrificed dozens of innocent souls for the sinister plans. Yuck! But what is the purpose of this? Your repulsive creeps want to suck it up to the idol Malthur when he returns. Please excuse my language, Grandy. Then, that is the Lithia in the painting together with her husband. How can it be that she that she looks just like Miss Sylvia? Darkest ritual magic family ties with fate. I don't know. But there's hardly anything the priest of the Dark God could not do. Grandy, it was our duty to destroy this creature. It was. Not is. But here's also another thing in there. Blah. What is all of this disgusting slime on the armchair? Hold on. There's something stuck in it. A key. Ah, what a stench. And the copper key. This one had a leg torn off. What kind of creature could have done this? On top of that, his eyes were torn out. The body is completely torn to shreds. Who would have done such a thing? Both his eyes are missing too. The head's over there on the table. Goodness gracious. It's a picture, by the way. Oh, we can't actually take a look at it. Yeah. That is what happened. Now to the entrance area. Whoops. So this is where those guys are. Leaper and Tyrus are over there. They didn't make it. It seems that no one is watching this entrance. Maybe I can pick something up that can help me later. You've been here for a week, Carlo. Don't you notice anything?
Oh, just calm down, boss. They've been acting decent and unsuspicious the entire time. There was no reason to believe.
Decent and unsuspicious, eh? Only have to look at you to know what that means. They filled you up with cheap spirits until you were so boozed up you couldn't notice a thing.
Hey, that's not fair, Alvaro. It was me, after all, who opened the gates so that you could storm the castle.
After you've been twiddling your thumbs for a week, we've been waiting down in the forest for something to happen the entire time. But that's not what this is about. It's about the fact that we lost 4 men in there, and for that, Carlo, I'm holding you personally responsible. I'm giving you one last chance to make up for your mistake. Take a few men and set out to find the fugitives. We're still missing the priest and the steward. And if you can capture the young warrior or the old man, bring them here alive. As for the damsel, I think you know all about that.
Alright, Alvaro. Let's just hope you don't lose even more men because of this.
As long as they don't control the exit, we'll never make it out. So yeah, we will negotiate.
Alvaro, I want to talk to you. Stay calm, man.
Let him pass. You have an advantage over me, sir. You know my name, but I do not know yours. My name is for friends only. Don't give me the trite saying like that. It is not even close to being a sensible basis for a conversation. Alright, my name's Grandy. That's better. Well, Grandy, what do you want to discuss with me? You better do this, Dankwart. You know more about this stuff than I do. Allow me one question, Mr. Alvaro. What exactly happened in the ballroom after Granny and I managed to escape? I'm not quite sure myself, and I would rather not think about it. Lady Cynthia began to scream. I was standing right in front of her, and could see that her face began to collapse with incredible speed. Then that steward, Julio, attacked me, and I was distracted for a moment. A terrible stench of rot and decay filled the air. Then I saw this priest. He had grabbed the young girl and pressed her with all might against the rotting body of the old lady. Suddenly, with violence I would have never thought her capable, Cynthia raised her hands. Fingernails had turned into long claws. She dug her claws deep into her niece's face and tore out both her eyes. A sudden jolt went through the girl's body. She reared up. Yes, she seemed to grow. Cynthia's body now fell completely apart. Disgusting slime spread all over the chair. And then, disaster finally took its course. The creature, which had once been Miss Sylvia, started to charge at my men. I could see her tearing one of my strongest men into two, seemingly without effort. Just 4 men in there, and it would have been even more if it weren't. Yes? This monster was not out to kill everything it got between its claws. It also tore the eyes out of every one of its victims. It gave us enough time to regroup and retreat. Unfortunately, both Julio and the priest managed to slip away. I'm not surprised. After all, they were the only ones that had an idea about what was going to happen. Dankwart? Think about the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul, Grandy. And we know that this creature was out to devour souls. I've told you everything. I know. Now it's your turn. We all witnessed a ritual tonight that was meant to transfer the spirit of Cynthia into Miss Sylvia's body. But to anchor the spirit completely in the new body, 7 souls must be sacrificed to the Dark God. If you and your men had not interfered with the ritual, my friends and I would have certainly been among the creature's victims. By intervening, you have given Granny and me the opportunity to bring the creature down. The background of this ritual extends deep into the past, and is too complicated to be discussed here and now. There is nothing more for you to do here, Mr. Alvaro. You and your people may leave. Good. Before I take the risk and lose any more men, I'd rather listen to your advice. This mission was a complete disaster. Move it, men. We are leaving this place. Say, Alvaro, you're not really here to collect taxes for the Duke. Whose service are you really in? I do not serve anyone but the well-being of Düsterburg. Banfit has unlawfully seized the throne. We made it our mission to send him back to where he came from. Excuse me? You're behaving more like a bunch of thugs. Unfortunately, there are only a few people left in Düsterburg who would be willing to lay down their lives for a just cause. Most of my people are mercenaries from all parts of the world. They sell their sword arm to the highest bidder. So I have to offer them more than a duke would. I get it, Alvaro. It looks like we are all pulling the same direction. I think we'll come back to you again sometime. Where can we find you in time of need? We live in a hidden place in the woods. But do not worry. When the time comes, we will find you. Here, something that could be of use to you. We get the key from one of the guards. Dungeon key. Farewell for now. I hope we'll meet again. Gotta grab our group. Come on, Tires. We've had to wait long enough. Hey guys! I thought you were gonna leave me here to rot. Leave the castle. There will be no turning back. Yeah, that ends our chapter for today. For tomorrow, we'll be on the march to Düsterburg itself. Have a good one. It was quite an episode, honestly. This is one of my favorite chapters in the game, now that I know how to master it. But also one that I was always the most afraid of. It is actually based on a D&D campaign by the developer that he did way back when. And the remake that the main dev wanted to do, that the entire cast is like an example for how he would improve the world. But sadly there's no more information, so we have to do with this version of Düsterburg for now. But yeah, farewell and thanks for watching.